my nails. I'm sorry, we weren't prepared. That is Boba's cat hair. I have it in my nose, actually. Take her swimming on the first date. And maybe some of my real mustache. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fresh face makeup look for you guys. Something that is going to enhance your natural features, make your skin look beautiful and glowing. This is a full face of makeup. This is not a basic 5-minute mascara and concealer kind of a makeup look. If you want to see something like that and you're in a hurry, I have a video for you right here. But if you want to get this look right here, if you have a little bit more time on your hands, but you still want to look fresh face and just your most beautiful self, then keep watching this video. I have all these tips and tricks to enhance the contours of your face and really bring out your features in your eyes, your cheeks. It's makeup, it's a lot of steps, but you are gonna look beautiful in your best self. If you want to get this look, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the quad family. Yes, I know this isn't your quad. It's a long story, okay? And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I already did my brows off camera, so if you guys want to check out how I fill them in, all my do's and don'ts and tips and tricks, go ahead and check out this link right here. I just filmed a whole video on it just for the brows, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. And let's get on with the rest of the face. So I'm gonna start off with primer. I'm gonna use this one here from Stila. It's the one-step corrector, skin tone correcting and a brightening primer. Since we're doing more of a fresh face kind of look, you want to make sure that your skin looks so good, bomb, perfect. So I'm gonna take this primer to help with all of those issues on my face. I exfoliated my skin, moisturized, so our foundation is going to sit on our face really nice and smooth. We just got to be careful around the brow area. And because this primer has the purple, the green, and that orange undertone, it's gonna help cancel out any red spots, any dull areas on your face, and it's also going to help with those dark areas under your eyes. Actually gonna go in a little bit further with this, right underneath the eye area. I haven't used a Stila primer in a long time. It's nice to go back to something that I really used to love. So that helped brighten up my eyes so much. We are back to life. Now I'm gonna fill in any large pores so it can look like the pretty filter. This one is from Cover FX. It's called the Blurring Primer. It's out like this. And it's pretty thick, so I like to just pat it in to those areas where I feel like my pores are just wide open. I'm just gonna pat it in right here. I just also wanna let you guys know that this is mattifying. So if you have any oily spots on your face, or if you're oily in the T-zone, this is gonna help you out with that. And for some reason, I have been getting oily. Today I'm gonna be using a new foundation, so excited to try it. This is the Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation, and it's supposed to be medium to full coverage, which is great for me. I want my skin to look good since I don't have a lot of makeup on my eyes to distract from zits, pimples, redness. So I'm gonna take this one. This is in golden. I also have Dune, so I'm gonna go in between the both of them. I feel like I'm right in the middle and start to work that on my face. And if it's a little too golden, actually I think I can work this into the rest of my body because I have a fake tan going on, and I think it's gonna work out for us. I'm just gonna pat this in so I can get nice full coverage. Wow, this foundation feels very light on the skin and it covers a lot of redness. Ooh. I like. I'm gonna let that sit for a few seconds and then go in with a second layer because I want a flawless, no blemishes at all kind of skin today. It doesn't feel like a heavy foundation, but it does have a lot of pigment in it, so it really covers a lot without feeling like it's super thick and heavy. This is a really good foundation. This is a new one for me, so I'm excited about it. It's, you know what, it's almost as good as the Estee Lauder Double Wear without it feeling drying. This is not drying. Something is in this foundation. I'm gonna go in with concealer right now just because I don't wanna look at these panda eyes anymore. We're gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in medium. A little inner corner triangle. You know what? I'm not gonna even do the highlight thing. I think it's gonna look a little too much But I am gonna go in with my new micro beauty blender. I really love these for the under eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that in out to the tops of the cheekbones. I'm gonna get this whole triangle right here. It's gonna lift your eye, make it look brighter. And then after it's set into the skin, then I take this side, just go along the edges to make sure we don't have any harsh edges anywhere. So what I had left on the beauty blender, I go ahead and I pat onto the eyelid just so that we can use this as a base for our eyeshadow. We aren't doing much with eyeshadow, but we are going to accentuate our natural eye shape and really enhance the shape of our eyes. So I do want some type of tackiness there, and I do want it to look nice and even. I want an even base before I go in with any color, because if I just go in, it's gonna look patchy and uneven. I'm gonna go in with this Tarte setting powder. It's called Filtered Light, and a beauty blender, which is kind of damp, but it's okay. And then I'm going to look up and work that underneath my eyes so I don't have any creasing, even though this, ooh, this smells good. It smells like a vanilla cake. This feels really tight all of a sudden. Try it right below. For my eyes, I'm gonna be using the one, the only, Nicol Concilio Violet Voss palette. I've been using it every day. First of all, can we talk about the amount of different shades of orange and burnt browns there are in here? This is a definite everyday kind of palette. I love it, Nicol. This is amazing. I'm gonna go in with, and the names are so freaking cute. I'm gonna set my entire lid with Daisy. And for that, I'm gonna take my Time 205 brush. These brushes are so gorgeous. They match with my background. I kind of want to put them back there. I'm very tempted. I'm gonna work that all over my eyelid so we can set all those creams in place. Very nice pigmentation. It glides all over the lid, just smooth like butter. Loving that. I'm gonna go in with Hangry, which is me all the time, and I'm gonna work that all in my crease. This is very warm. I wanna tone it down a little bit. Use a fluffier brush for this area. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is the Luxie 229. I'm gonna go into Hangry and Boop Bop. And I just wanna wash that all over the crease. I want it to be really nice and soft, so you don't wanna get too much product on there, and these are pretty pigmented. So I'm going back and forth like this in windshield wiper motions. On the areas where you feel like it's a little harsh, all you have to do is lift your brush up as light as you can, barely put any pressure onto your skin, and just go back and forth in these circular motions, and it will erase that harsh line. Everything will transition super, super nice into one another. So you just gotta use a very light hand when you do this. Doing literally a wash of color. I'm getting this huge fluffy brush from Dose of Colors. This is called a blending. It's just called blending. I'm gonna go over the entire thing with this with a very light hand and just go back and forth. I'm gonna deepen up the crease a little bit further. I can't do a New York accent, Nicol. With chocolate. I'm gonna use this tiny little brush. It's from Morphe. It's the M507. Work a tiny amount right in here. You can already see like the natural shadow right there. So add a little bit of extra definition to that area on the outer portion, like I tried. Just because you have a fresh face doesn't mean that you can't put eyeshadow on. You still can enhance the natural contour of your eye and make that look really, really beautiful like you are. And then at the same time, I'm going back in with my bigger blending brush just so we can soften everything out. But we still want to make sure we can see that definition out there. We just don't need it to be like a harsh line. That is Boba's cat hair. I have it in my nose actually. And then for the lid, I'm gonna go in with Bruh. For the brow bone, I'm Zozo right here. Look at that, butter. So pretty. I'm gonna use that on the brow bone. Kind of spread it out with my finger so that it isn't overwhelming. When I turn my head, you'll see that nice pop of highlight. I'm gonna take chocolate, work that on the outer part of the lash line just to give it a little bit of a lift. And then I'm gonna lift up the brush and just softly work the eyeshadow out towards the brow. Go in with Hangry and Boop Boop again and work that on the outer part of the lower lash line. This is the Dose of Colors shader brush, and it just works so perfect underneath the lash line. With that same brush, take a tiny bit on the lower lash line just to add a tiny definition right at the outer edge. the new mascara from The Balm. It's called Scuba. It's water resistant. Works really good for the summertime when you go work out and you want a little bit of something on your lashes. Take her swimming on the first date. Obviously, you guys, you don't have to do this step if you don't feel comfortable on a fresh face kind of day. This is my take on a fresh face makeup look. I like to put lashes on. I think it makes a world of a difference on your face. Brings your whole look together and makes me feel really girly and pretty. So I love wearing lashes with anything that I do. So you definitely can skip this, but definitely get yourself some Lily lashes. The Luxe ones are really nice. All right, so we're done with the lashes. Now I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face. For the contour, I'm gonna use the new Pure Cosmetics Contour Diaries. Such cute packaging. The marble, loving it. The rose gold, it's so pretty. Go into Passion, and I'm gonna work that into the hollow areas of my face so we can look snatched like an alien. This is the Morphe M572, and I'm just gonna work that into the hollow of my cheekbone and stop right about here just so it can look very natural. And then I'm gonna work the product up. I'm gonna use this to bronze my face, but I don't have anything on it, so I'm just gonna work it on the cheekbone so I can blend the contour into the skin so it looks nice and soft. And then I'm gonna just go right on the end of the nose just to make it look more rounded. And that's the only places I'm really gonna contour. Now I'm just gonna bronze my face. For that, I'm using the Elcie light all over. Just taking that on my temples. So now I'm just gonna brighten. So for that, I'm gonna take Charm and Dream, this yellow color. Oh, I love yellow powders. I think they work so well with medium skin tones, and they just brighten up, make you look gorgeous. So I'm gonna go right under the eyes, got that in. Doing this kind of helps narrow the nose out as well because it kind of pushes it together. Now that my face is nice and bright, I'm gonna put some Fix Plus on just so I can melt all the powders together into the skin and make it like skin again, just so that we don't have any cakey areas on our face. To bring more of that fresh flush of color to your face, I'm gonna take Blissful from Tarte. We're gonna load it up and we're gonna pat it onto the skin instead of sweeping it back and forth, because then you're gonna get way too much on your skin and it's hard to go back. So a little bit at a time is the secret to getting really nice makeup. So now it's time to highlight the face. I'm gonna take the Cover FX Celestial Drops so you can actually work it onto a powder and it won't get weird. So I'm just gonna put that right up here and right on my highlight mustache and maybe some of my real mustache. And you can actually stop there, but if you really love that intense glow, then I would keep going. Take the Kylie Face Duo in Skinny Dip, grab this shade right here, Glow Up. So now that we're glowing to the gods, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on a lippy, which is very, very simple. Take this Marc Jacobs lip gloss in Pretty Thing, and I love the applicator on this thing because it picks up color from both sides, so you can easily apply it to your lip. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs it up. And if you're searching around YouTube for makeup stuff and you want to see more, I have some videos over to the side. If you haven't watched them already, go ahead and check them out. And that's it. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to love yourself and the people around you. Be thankful for everything that you have in your life, and you are a beautiful person. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, dollies.